Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, and today we're going to be doing a fun little battle where it's going to be the French versus some undead Romans, because that seemed like a fun thing to do. So yeah, I haven't used the undead Romans in a long time, so I was looking at the factions and I thought, why not use them again? So yeah, what we've got here is we've got Romans back from the dead, trying to retake Gaul, but in medieval times. So yeah, here they come, the undead Roman legions versus the very much not dead French army. So the French are here defending. They're in the traditional phalanx spot, if you remember my phalanx videos of them defending across this area. So the French are basically doing that, except they've got men-at-arms at the front, a double row of 17 men on each row. We've got a double row of 17 on each row French knights, some French arbalists, 17 of them, and then we've got the French king, some crusaders, and some just standard bearers pretty much. And so yeah, they're defending against the Romans, the oncoming Romans. This is the standard Roman formation that I have. So we've got a 7x3 deep of Triarii, and then a 7x3 deep of legionaries on either side, and then of course some undead velites at the back here, just for support against the arbalists. We've got the legate with his undead praetorians as bodyguards, and then we've just got a couple of random legionaries at the back here. And so yeah, that's pretty much the battle. Obviously these Romans don't have as much as the updated Roman faction here, because I haven't made undead versions of, you know, the auxiliary Gallic warrior and the auxiliary hoplite and things like that. But they're good enough, and the difference between the undead Romans, just before we begin the battle, the difference between the undead Romans and the regular Romans is that these guys are weaker, except they attack slightly faster and do slightly more damage, I do believe. So yeah, that's their trade-off, and I think they can also scare as well. They also have like a scare ability, so that hopefully will serve them good to retake France, well, retake Gaul for the undead Roman Empire. But yeah, so let's get into it. Obviously the arbalists are going to fire first, but the Romans, obviously they've got their big shields, so yeah, as much as these crossbow bolts are going to do their best to try and pierce the Roman front line here, I don't think it's going to do anything. Yeah, there you go. All of them managed to deflect the shots. As to whether or not the falling shots will actually do anything remains to be seen. But there goes one of them, doing a test judo against the ricocheting crossbow bolts. But yeah, we'll have to watch out for any casualties. It looks like it has managed to disrupt the Roman formation, though. They have sort of lost their cohesion. Of course, that could be down to them being skeletons and therefore not having a brain to remain in cohesive formation. Definitely the regular Roman... Oh! The arbalists claimed a kill. That's, yeah, that's a velite. They managed to kill one velite in that. That's as much as they got there, and they also managed to effectively disrupt the Roman front line. As you can see, this is definitely not a cohesive formation. The legate, if this was... Oh, they killed another one. Yeah, if this was not dead Romans, the legate definitely wouldn't be standing for this. But as it is, the arbalists have reloaded again. They're disrupting the formation again. The centurion doing his best there at the front to deflect these shots. And this time, the arbalists did not claim a kill. And the ricocheting bolts did not cause any friendly fire incident either. But here comes the first of the javelins. Yep, striking down a man-at-arm there. That's very unfortunate. And here we go. As you can see, the velites, they're definitely not in as much of a cohesive initial volley as they normally would be. But in goes the first of the Romans. And of course, here comes the first of the knights. The first man-at-arms has been terrified by the Romans. The mass wave of armoured skeletons that are suddenly appearing to fight them. But yeah, here they go. In they go, first of the Romans. And of course, the first of the Romans to fall will be the ones that charge in. At least you would think so. But the Crusaders are getting involved as well, as is the King. That's an incredibly poor shot from an arbalist who's obviously aiming at someone. This French knight there, he's terrified. The Centurion getting stuck into this Frenchman. Getting stuck into the terrified man-at-arms. Yeah, as you can see, the French, they're definitely being scared. They're definitely terrified of the wave of skeletons that are coming for them. But yeah, where's the King? Let's follow the King. That's not the King, that's a man-at-arms. I don't know where the King is. The King's got himself involved and he's getting stuck in, that's good for him. But on the front line, the French, they've actually made quite the decent push out there. That's not bad. This French knight, he's gone flying, as has this guy, along with a rib cage. See you later there, I guess. Abandoning the battle. Over here, the Romans are chasing down this man-at-arms, who is... that's a rather compromising position. Let's move away from there. The legate, he's finally getting involved. There's the King. There's the King. He's terrified, along with all the other Frenchmen, of the undead Romans who have appeared. The Romans have actually managed to make a push out here, whilst the French managed to make a push out here, but it looks like the Praetorians have managed to get stuck in, and that's putting a stop to them. Oh, that's a head gone flying there. Yep, definitely a flying undead Roman head there. Arbalist there tried a shot, but unfortunately the legionary blocked it there. Over here, that's a knight, goes flying. He went for a charge, obviously, and that didn't work. Yeah. The what's he called? I've forgotten his name. Crusader. I don't know how I forgot that he was a Crusader, but yeah, he's getting stuck in there against the legate. Over here, Praetorian attacking a French knight. He's terrified him, and he's now running towards the line of velites as a different man comes in here to try and distract the Praetorian Centurion. Oh, a Praetorian there just died. Saw his bones go flying. Over here, knight absolutely stuck up against the stuck up against that cart there. Over here, looks like the man-at-arms was killed, I think. Yeah, this Roman has somehow managed to get himself stuck on this side of the wall somehow. Not too sure how that happened, but these knights are going off running there. There's a different man-at-arms who is... Oh, there goes a flying ribcage. Not a flying ribcage, a flying spine, which has actually been hit by one of the velites, which is interesting. Over here, the King, there he is. The King is getting stuck in. Go on, French King. He's dueling a legionary here, and the Centurion, he's just picked himself up off the floor. Oh, that's a nice cut there from. Did you see that? That was a lovely cut from a Crusader there. Absolutely destroyed that skeleton. Now here's a Praetorian getting involved, and there's a nice shield bash there from the Centurion into the back of that French knight. Over here looks like who's managed to get in there? Over here. Looks like a legionary, that is. Legionary has managed to get stuck into the rear lines there, but he's being dealt with. Over here, the French are sort of going for a bit of a flanking manoeuvre, but it looks like they've got a couple of Praetorians to go up against them. Man-at-arms here, he's terrified and he's running towards the velites, but hopefully that means that he will be able to fight. Yep, there you go. His fear has subsided, and he's now in a perfect position to attack that velite. Hopefully we can kill a couple of them. Over here, looks like we've got a Crusader. He was trying to deal with a undead Triari. Yeah, he's doing his best. Over here, we've got just the one Crusader currently. But the other Crusaders, you've got 2 of them here, 3 of them here. In goes the legate again, charging in. There's the King. I was about to ask where's the King, but he's charging in to fight this Praetorian by the looks of it. And yeah, we've got some arbalists getting dragged in here. We've got a man-at-arms who's running away. That narrowly avoids a velite javelin. Over here it looks like the French knights did not do as well. Yeah, the Praetorians quickly saw them off. Yeah, we got a Crusader here in the back line along with a knight. We've got another knight here who's he's dealing with a legionary. Fortunately, didn't manage to kill him in that one. No, he didn't. But there's definitely bones around here. Got a Praetorian over there. We've got this guy. He's still alive. Oh, unfortunately, there goes one of the Crusaders. Where's the king? Where's the king, I must ask. I don't know where the king is. Perhaps he's dead, perhaps not. There's the undead Praetorian Centurion. He's doing his thing. Yeah, he completely missed that French knight. Over here, Praetorian, or not Praetorian, not a Centurion either. He's a Crusader. Manages to take down a Triari there. We've got another Legionary on the ground there. He's blocking javelin shots as he takes down another one, I think, there, possibly, with his charge. But he is now terrified, and he is now running away. Over here, it looks like the Romans have managed to unstick themselves from behind here, where they were fighting a French knight by the looks of it, and they're now getting back involved. We've got a Centurion over here. We've got a Centurion, we've got the Legate down there. Looks like they were dealing with a Crusader, but no, the Crusader's still alive. There he is. He's this guy right here. He's doing his thing. Back here we've got some legionaries fighting some knights, and the remaining arbalists that are still alive. There's still a man-at-arms over here as well. We've got two men-at-arms here, actually. The Praetorian Centurion, he's killed, I think that was an arbalist. Might have been an arbalist. Yeah, I think that was an arbalist. We got the two Crusaders who are going on a crusade to kill the Velites, apparently. Yep, there you go. Blocks a shot there. The Velites are definitely not doing as well against these guys. Let's see if they can't inflict a nice casualty. There's broad smack on his helmet there. That's not quite as good. In comes a knight to support any charges. Over here, the rear lines, we've got the remaining Frenchmen. We've got a knight over here. We've got fighting a legionary. We've got another knight there. There's actually two of them. Yeah, two Crusaders, which is very good. Oh, in charges a legionary. Yep, that's a legionary. We've got another legionary here. We've got Praetorian Centurion still around here. Come on, Frenchman, kill the Praetorian Centurion. Unfortunately, he blocks it there. Turn at the last moment. And in charges a legionary. I think all the Triari are dead, actually, to be fair. Yeah, we've got one legionary. Yep, that's a legionary in here. We've got a man-at-arms going for him. Over here, it's the king. Hello. I was wondering where you got off to. You were dealing with a Praetorian, apparently. You did indeed manage to kill him, which is very good. I was wondering where the king is, but yeah, he was dealing with a Praetorian. Over here, we've got the knights, but the knights are dead. Yep, the knights died to the Velites. We've got two. Yep, there we go. First blood there of the Velites against the. Oh, he killed another one. Good going, Crusader. Yeah, that's pretty good. He's doing pretty well. Over here, this Crusader, he's charged in and promptly died. The Legate is back here along with a Praetorian. Yeah. Over here, the Praetorian Centurion. I think he might have. Nope, there he is. No, that's the regular Centurion. I think they might have finally killed the Praetorian Centurion. It's about time. Got a French knight here being chased down by an undead legionary. Yeah, we've got a French knight over here. We've got a French man-at-arms over here. Over here, this man-at-arms did manage to kill the legionary, which is pretty good. The king charged in, getting involved. He's managed to kill someone, I do believe. Yeah, he's managed to kill someone. Not too sure who. French knight here. He's panicked and he's running over here. Nope. Never mind. The Praetorian Centurion is not, in fact, dead. He's here. The man-at-arms, though, charging in from behind. Oh, unfortunately, managed to get deflected. French knight charging in against a Centurion. Yep, he's charging in against the Centurion along with a Crusader. Over here, this Crusader, he's now up against a Praetorian who's come to the aid of his allies. He has been stuck by a javelin though from his own side, which is not great for him, but he's charged off into the woods somewhere, so he's out of action for a little bit. Over here, the king, he's panicked and he's running. He's yeah, not very happy with his position. Over here, the last stand of the Centurion and the Praetorian Centurion against the French knights. They've managed to kill the... Yep, they managed to kill the Crusader. And over here, the man-at-arms manages to kill a legionary. That's very good. I think... No, it's not too late to save this Crusader. He is still alive, so we do still have at least one Crusader. Unfortunately, though, multiple javelins kills that remaining standard bearer for the French, and it looks like, yeah, the Praetorian Centurion is dealing with this French knight. In comes a man-at-arms, though, going for the Centurion. Oh, that's a lovely shot. That's a lovely shot right to his rib cage. He's been terrified from it, but that's a good job. This MVP right here. And of course, the king, he's getting charged by a legionary, takes it right on the shield though. Charges back into the legate, manages to deflect a javelin shot there, and the legate manages to also deflect the deflected shot. Oh, that was a nice parry from the legate against the king. In charges a knight to defend his king. It's a legionary coming up from behind. Will he kill the king? In charges another legionary. Oh, that's a nice cut there. That's a lovely, lovely attack there from the king. Kills the legate. That's very good from the king. Over here, it looks like the Centurion, yeah, the Centurion's dead, and the Praetorian Centurion, he's still alive. He's definitely MVP for the Undead Romans, I have to say. Yeah, there's been some good action in this battle, I have to say. Oh, the Praetorian Centurion, he's turned the tables on this French knight, manages to kill him, and this French knight charges in. No, that's the Crusader actually. Crusader still going for him. Over here, the king, he's still alive. They managed to kill one of the legionaries, and the king just dies to that legionary. That's incredibly unfortunate for him. But he did manage to kill the legate. Will the knight be able to defend? No, he won't. He's terrified. He saw the king get killed in front of him, and he's off. The legionary chasing him down along with this man-at-arms, who's also been terrified. Over here, oh, that's unfortunate. That's a nice thrust from this man-at-arms, and he is now terrified. He tried his best. Not gonna. I mean, that's pretty good attempt. He tried it there, definitely. The Crusader here. He tried to charge. Over here, the Praetorian Centurion. He goes for the man-at-arms. He misses. Over here, this other this other Crusader. He's been charged down by the. He's been charged down by the Praetorian, but he's still terrified. But he's still charging in here. He's stopped being terrified for a little bit at least. Over here, the French knight has been chased down by the legionaries and has been killed. But this man-at-arms, though, he's getting back involved. Over here, the Praetorian Centurion, he's still hanging on, and he's hanging on against this Crusader. It really is a case of just which of these two will die first. They're locked in mortal combat. Oh, looks like that Crusader over there, still on his personal crusade to kill the Velites back there, and unfortunately the man-at-arms just died. Finally, the Praetorian Centurion has gone down. Finally, they've managed to do it. Over here, the legionaries, they're certainly on their way. It's down to the last three Frenchmen, I do believe. We've got a man-at-arms, we've got a Crusader here, and we have this Crusader here. And that's all that remains for the French. Although the Romans haven't really done much better, to be perfectly honest, considering the advantages they do get from being undead that I have given them. Yeah, I don't know if the French will be able to pull this back. It really depends. If the French can kill this remaining Praetorian, that would be good. In charges... Interesting. In charges a Crusader there, and they did manage to kill one of the legionaries, although I think it might have been to friendly fire. That one was not to friendly fire. I think this Crusader did actually manage to kill him. And yeah, the Crusader has managed to kill the Praetorian that was with him. So yeah, he's done pretty well there. We've got one legionary remaining over here. Unfortunately, the man-at-arms has been terrified. Will the legionary be able to capitalise on this? He's trying, although I think he might actually be distracted. Yep, he's distracted by an interesting cartwheel being performed there by the Crusader. Over here, this Crusader, he's still doing his best. He's terrified. And oh, there's actually a legionary with him. I didn't realise that. I thought there was only Velites over here, but no, there's a legionary with him. He's running away over this side. Over here, yep, there's that one remaining legionary, and I think that's it for the melee units for the Romans. It's then just down to the Velites as to whether or not the Romans will be able to win this. I mean, the Velites are pretty good. This man-at-arms, he definitely won't survive charging Velites. And I think the Crusader that was over here has died. Yeah, he died to the Legionary. The Legionary must have charged... Oh no, there he is. Oh, I forgot. He was running over here. I just saw these guys aiming vaguely in this direction. I just assumed they were fighting at this guy. But no, he's now no longer scared, for now at least, as he deflects a Velite Javelin, and again, and again. That's a lovely charge. Destroys one of the Velites there. Sword cut. Hooks it around. Doesn't manage to kill him though, unfortunately. The Legionary did charge over there. And he did a downward cut, but it didn't quite manage to kill that Velite. He's going for another charge? No, he's just turning around to cut down. Can't. Get him. Not quite. And he's now terrified again, so he's off running. Over here, man-at-arms, he's doing his best. He's charging them down. That was a terribly aimed shot by the skeleton, not gonna lie. Over here, it looks like they might have actually killed the remaining legionary. So it is just down to whether or not the Crusaders can kill the remaining Velites, because the man-at-arms... Oh, he's been pushed back, but he's not dead. This legionary, he's readying a javelin. Nope. There is actually one legionary that keeps on popping up out of nowhere. He's still alive. He's... Oh, that's a lovely attack by this guy. That was lovely. Over here, yeah, still tangling with this legionary. Come on, you can do it, Crusader. I believe in you. And unfortunately, the man-at-arms has been terrified and he's run off, which is very unfortunate. But there we go. This legionary, this Velite rather, died to the Crusader. Over here, the remaining legionary. I mean, they're all terrified. The French are constantly terrified of these undead Romans. As he backs away from the legionary here, and the man-at-arms has fallen over in his panic. Yeah, this guy, he's making great headway against these Velites. Absolutely, he's definitely knows what he's doing. Over here, yeah, I mean the legionary charged, but he didn't manage to kill. The Romans are down to how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 Velites, I do believe there. 8 Velites and a legionary versus a man-at-arms and 2 Crusaders. I mean, the odds could go in the French. There you go. They're one less Velite for the Romans. And here comes the man-at-arms. Unfortunately, his thrust just misses the legionary there. But there we go. The Crusader takes him down. And over here, the Velites are doing their best to shield bash the Crusader away. The Crusader goes for charge. Straight into them. That could spell the end for him, but I don't know. They're hardy. And oof, he manages to block that Velite javelin. I mean, he is now rather surrounded, but here comes his reinforcements. Charges in. Where the hell did you aim that? Velite just absolutely fluffs his shot. What was that? Where was this aiming? But he's scared. He's off. He's running. He's scared. Unfortunately for that Crusader. Over here, this guy, he's getting up. Where's the man-at-arms? There he is. The man-at-arms fell over all the bodies. And the Crusader, he's charging over there. Over here, this guy, he has got his back to these other Velites, which is not brilliant, but he's turning. Oh, they connect shields. But, lovely. The Crusader takes down another Velite there. Very good, very good. And another one. That's a 2-for-1 deal. That's incredibly good for the French. Not gonna lie. Incredibly good for them. Here comes the man-at-arms. Unfortunately, gets blocked by the shield. And this Crusader is in support. This guy's now scared again. But he's charging. No, he's dead! He's dead to his shield bash, unfortunately. And the man-at-arms finally gets killed by a javelin shot, as I feared it might happen. Which means it's down to a single Crusader against these Romans, which, yeah. He could do it. He could well do it. There's only 4 javelin men left. 4 Velites left against him. And he is scared, which means he will run. But, there you go, he's no longer scared. Which means block that javelin. In he charges again. Go on, French. In he charges, that's a lovely charge. Straight into the shield. Shield bash fails to connect, but the sword cut. No, he doesn't manage to get the sword cut in time. That's unfortunate. Still, if he can keep blocking these javelins, because his shield is large, so even if he doesn't block, he will manage to hopefully just absorb them onto his shield. Yeah, there you go. He blocks that one. That one was wide, so that one doesn't matter. Hits a random shield. Shield bash. Manages to block that one. He's scared, but he's running in. Go on, Crusader. Before he can reload. Go on, get him. Sword cut. Shield bash, okay. Nice. Shield bash rather, to disrupt his aim. He gets counter bashed, but come on. Come on, Crusader. You can do it. Nice sword cut. Yes! There you go. That's a lovely cut. Takes out that Roman. 3 Romans left. 3 Romans versus 1 Frenchman. This is going to be a great day for Frenchmen everywhere if they manage to if he manages to win this one. Which I mean, it seems counterintuitive, but I'm rooting for the French in this battle. Come on, Frenchmen. You can beat this Roman. Yeah, manages to block the javelin. He is, however, scared. Gets a shield bash. Uh-oh. Javelin man. He's aiming up. He lets it fly. It's over. It would have gone over him, but the look at it spin. Yeah, it was over, but then the Crusader just blocks it anyway. Still, if he charges in, there he goes. Unfortunately, his charge mostly misses there, which is not great. And another javelin, but that one would go super high, yeah. And sword cut, lovely stuff right through the shoulder blade again. 2 more velites. 2 more velites. It'll come down to a 1-on-1 if he can manage to kill one of these velites. That's a nice charge. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for him. And he's now on the floor. And the velites have nearly reloaded. Yep, there we go. Another charge in. Fortunately, he doesn't. Unfortunately, that one doesn't connect. But he's turning around. Oh, lovely! A sword cut from behind manages to take out that velite. It's just a 1-on-1. It's a 1-on-1. Come on, the MVP. the MVP Crusader here for the French. Can he do it? Surely he can do it. Shield bash. Beautiful. And yeah, that's the last Roman. The last undead Roman has been slain by the French. The French were actually slightly numerically outnumbered, if not on the initial scoreboard, but they did have 5 standard bearers, which meant that was 5 melee units that they could have had, but they didn't. So even though they were even numbers, they were actually slightly outnumbered in terms of melee units. But yeah, that was very touch and go. I really thought the French were going to be out a lot earlier, actually, because the Romans did seem very strong, especially in the mid of the battle. They definitely seemed to be doing better, because the fear ability that I gave the undead Romans really was turning away a lot of French and giving the Romans easy attacks. And I mean, yeah, there were so many MVPs. There were the 2 men-at-arms that I singled out there. Some French knights, obviously the Crusaders were really good. The king as well. The king taking out the legate. Yeah, he did really well. The Romans, of course, also had their MVPs. They had a couple of Praetorians around there. They obviously had the Praetorian Centurion as well. But in the end, yeah, the French actually managed to beat back the undead Romans there and save Gaul from being put under the Roman thumb once again. But yeah, that was incredibly fun. It was incredibly tense as well, I do have to say. I really did not think the French were going to be able to win that in certain times. But yeah, that went really well. So I will thank you all for watching, and goodbye.